Everyone. It is another edition of Heart to Heart. Today we are going to be talking about dating for professionals. We have a guest, Dr. Juliana, on. She is joining us from many, many miles away, and she has a lot of great tips and insight when it comes to dating and dating forever. The name of her business is Love Date Forever. And I'm excited about having her as a guest. She is going to be phenomenal because sometimes it can be challenging to work like it's in the way. Me and her have had many discussions me and her have had many discussions about this. And one of the things, and I know she's going to go into more depth with this too, is you have to treat your dating like you do your professional life in terms of job search and career ascension and things like that. Because you should not make an excuse, oh, I don't have time, because if it's a goal, if it's a vision for you, you should make time. And she's going to share some tips, some tricks, some things she's learned in her life and in working with her clients as well. So we're going to get her on here shortly. Mm-mm-mm. I'm going to send you, I think we might have, sometimes, I think we got, hey, Juliana, how are you?
Can you hear me?
How are you doing today?
Maya.
Yes, I
Oh,
got
hi.
you.
Hi.
Yes,
Hi, yeah, I
hey.
can hear you. Yeah.
Awesome, awesome. It's good to see you. Well, I was giving everybody kind of a preview of what we're going to be talking about, like dating for professionals. What's one of the things you have learned? Because I know you've helped a lot of people in this area. What's one major tip you can give somebody who has got their career together, but they're looking to date?
Okay. Let's make a start then. Thank you very much for having me today. And yeah, so yeah, I'm here talking from my lunch break time, and it's lovely to be online and live with you. And one of the tips for depends on where people are at in the dating journey. But if they are already dating, or if they're thinking about dating, or they recovering from a heartbreak, or getting ready for dating, or even if they're in a relationship in itself, I would say the most important thing ever is to have fun, to really enjoy the journey. And that's how we find out more about ourselves, because I've been there before, and I've taken things a little bit too seriously, just like we do in business and corporate worlds. And that's why I always say, like, let's let the fun flow a little bit more or a lot more in our personal lives, because it's different from the business we are doing at work.
How do you, just what you mentioned, you said have fun. How do you have fun? How do you recommend they have these men and women have fun with dating?
Yeah, I can understand, like, it can be like challenging at times, and it can be frustrating, just like when you're looking for a job, for example, or you trying to get a promotion at work, and it can feel like it's not fun at first. And the best way, what I recommend is, and I found it for myself as well, is a lot of it is about what I call bringing your authentic self to the table. So bringing the best version of yourself, but what you really like. And people always say to me, like, if you're gonna do something new, then if you're gonna go on a date, just make sure it's something you enjoy. Because like some people would prefer to go and meet online first, to have a virtual call, whereas others prefer to meet face to face. Some people will prefer coffee. Some people will prefer a dinner. So it depends on, or prefer walk in nature. So I would advise people to have a think. What do you like doing the most? And how do you think you feel more comfortable meeting others, and or whether you would like to meet for uh, half an hour at first, or for a longer conversation so you can get to know the person a little bit more, or you can take it very, very, very gradually and very slowly and just meet for half an hour at first, and do something
Mm-hmm.
that you enjoy, and then if it's the right person, that person will enjoy it as well. So that's a great way to meet good matches.
That was an excellent tip you just shared about, because I had never really considered that before. Like putting a time frame or a specific time on the date. Like, okay, we're going to meet for an hour for coffee or whatever. Because sometimes people don't have fun because they think they got to be on this date for a long time. Like, I have to go to dinner with this person you hardly know. But the reality is, it could just be a 30-minute connection, a 1 hour connection, or what have you. So I like that.
Yeah,
That's really
and
good.
I suppose for business people, we are very busy, but it's easier to squeeze in 1 hour lunch break, or 1 hour on a Saturday or Sunday, and you don't have to change much of your busy schedule, so you can always find this time. And also, I would say, see it as time for yourself, and that's very true for us ladies, but also for men out there. It's to see the opportunity to go out with someone and talk about yourself and find out about the other person as a part of your time, me time, and prioritizing your self-care and putting yourself first. And that will also be very beneficial for your work life, because it will bring more of work-life balance when you are doing something for yourself. So it's putting yourself first, and making sure you're doing something you really enjoy. And then that's when the outcome is not so important, because you're just getting to know people out there, and you're getting to know more about yourself in the process. And then the outcome is most likely to come quite quickly, even though it doesn't matter if it's the first, second, third, fourth, or 10th person you're meeting. But it's just as much as you bring yourself into the occasion and enjoy it, then that's when you're connecting with the law of attraction. As you do the law of
Mm-hmm.
attraction training, the law of attraction will definitely bring someone that connects with your vibe and will recognize the value in yourself as well.
So, to be clear on what you're basically saying, on these dates, do something you enjoy, do something that's caring for yourself. For example, I remember when I was dating, I loved going to comedy shows, or like, and so that was one of the things that I did, because whether or not this was a guy I was going to connect with long term, at least I was there doing something that fed me as well. And I didn't go to go see race cars, because that's not something I want to do. Like, I don't want to go. I didn't want to go see race cars.
Leave
But
that one for later, perhaps.
yeah, we'll save that. We'll like save the race cars for later. Now, Juliana, you how else do you help clients? Because I know you not only teach professionals how to date, give them a dating plan, all of this stuff. How else do you help?
Yeah, so if I talk a bit about the work I'm doing, so I call it Love to Date Forever, like
Yes.
with a love heart at front. And it's about, I say to my clients, it's about finding someone you want to go on a date over and over again. It's not about dating, but like for as open dating as when you're attracting your relationship. But if we go on, if people are single, then it's learning to date with confidence and trusting that there is someone out there that will connect with yourself. And that's why it's so important to enjoy the process so you can bring about yourself. And another aspect of the program is being high standards, because a lot of people, and I've been there myself as well, will think, oh, but I'm being too picky. There is no one out there that's gonna match up my standards, and I better be single and not go on dates, for example. So it's believing in the process, that there is someone out there that is going to bring the best in ourselves, and we're going to bring the best in them as well, because it's a two-way journey. So you're looking for attracting a relationship that is a blissful relationship where you both win. It's for you to feel good about it, and for him, or the other way around, for the both parties to feel good about being in a relationship with each other. So it's a bit like when you say, like at work, I'm in accounting, in management accounting, we talk about adding value. Adding value
Oh,
to the
yes.
to the service is like is adding value to our lives. So that's or some other ways of looking at a relationship is like a cherry on the cake. When you've got everything in place in your life, and you adding value, adding charm, and adding something special to your life. But it's always to add, not to diminish you as a person or in your life, but it is to increase value for you and increase love. So that's when we've got love in our relationships, we feel good about ourselves, and we are more productive, and we love being with the person, and we love everything else as well. It's if and on that note, self-love, it comes first, and that's where we as relationship coaches, we talk so much about the self-love, self-care, that
Mhm.
you are Mara with the self-care, and that comes absolutely at the at making up the cake before you can have the cherry on the cake, or quickly having the cake so you can have the cherry on the cake. But it doesn't take much effort. It's more of a changing perspective, which is brilliant. When we do the coaching, people can appreciate and realize that quite quickly.
And I love what you mentioned about the adding value, because the relationship should add value. Because I've seen that in my own relationship, because previously I had struggles like receiving, because I wanted to be so independent. Like that's a quality of like a professional person. Like, I got it. I'm ambitious. I can do this on my own. But what I've noticed is he adds value to my life and vice versa. Like, we're able to share in living expenses, or like chores, or even just what we do for each other, like give each other a massage or stuff like that. So to me, that's adding value, because me being a massage therapist myself for 15 years, all I did was give other people massage. So one of the added values is I can now receive a massage. I got a question for you. How did you become so knowledgeable? Because I know you are a doctor, you're trained in other stuff, but how did you become so knowledgeable about this dating and relationship piece?
Yeah, I would say I'm a curious person at heart, and I like to learn, which makes me I'm a researcher at university, and it's not being different with the dating, and I have done coaching for myself. I have learned a lot in the process, and then I trained myself to become a dating relationship coach. And there's been a lot of learning and information gathering, which is part of the research. And it's been the way that I like to learn about things. And you mentioned there about the receiving, giving and receiving, and that's one thing I am also, I would say I'm still learning. We are learning every day. We always becoming, as Bob Proctor says in the coaching, is like, and Eva Piachak says in our mentorship coaching program where we met in the Thinking to Results, that we're always learning
Mm-hmm.
all the time. So learning to receive, because we tend to give, and we forget that it's time to receive. It's like Abraham Hicks would say, ask, believe, and receive. And we take more time to ask, and we forget to take the time out just to receive the love and to receive the life we want.
Okay, that's an excellent point, what you brought up from Abraham Hicks. Receive the life you want. So when you're speaking to your clients, even prospective clients, because I know you speak to a lot of people about this topic, what is one step they can do to start receiving this love life they want? Because they've already got the career together, but then they're trying to figure out how to manage and balance the relationship. How do they start receiving that or learning to receive it?
Yeah, I feel like that connects with the third pillar of the work I'm doing with my clients, which is working on the mindset. It's the same kind of positive mindset we've got around work and business. We may not have this such a positive mindset in the relationships, and we need to think it is possible. Then we need to believe it is possible, and then it will happen. So it's working on that mindset shift, and sometimes some of us will be able to do it more independently, and some of us will need a bit more help. And because the mind plays up games, and it keeps going back to old paradigms and old belief systems, that's where the coaching and the mentorship tends to help, and tends to help to shift things quicker as well.
That's good. So it's like a mindset thing, as you mentioned. You got to
It,
get.
yes, and that's where I've got like working on three main pillars. The first one is bringing your authentic self, is enjoying the process, having fun, but dating with confidence, raising your standards, like just stick to yourself and to your relationship standards. You don't have to settle for less than what you want. It's all about being picky, instead of thinking, am I being too picky, but just going for what you really want and desire. And having a clear vision board where you can put this energy in this request to the universe. And we help our clients to develop this very clearly, because sometimes clients will need help gaining clarity. What
Mhm.
exactly do they want in the relationship? And the third one is date like you do business, is date and treat your relationship like you do business. So always working on the mindset over and over again. And every time something negative comes up, we provide tools, and you know which tools to use to shift and go back to, oh, is that a problem in the relationship, or is that an issue in my mindset? Is that my old paradigm, my old mindset kicking, or is that there is something, a red flag going on? So you can separate them both, and we can help our clients to have clarity about that.
That's good. You have all these three pillars because it gives a clear plan of action. Just like just like with your career, you have steps. Like if you're getting a promotion or you want to go this path or whatever, it's great because and I love pillar number 3, date like you do business. Cuz that is so clear cuz sometimes we just throw dating to the wayside and going back to what you said at the top, we don't have fun with it and we're not strategic with it either. We're thinking, I got to find somebody now. But if we do date like we do business and we were seeking this ideal position or opportunity, we would wait for that opportunity. We wouldn't be so stressed about, I got to have it now. If this, after 3 interviews, if I don't get this job, I'm done. But that's how we'll treat dating. We'll give up. Why do people give up so easily when it comes to dating?
Yes, it's carrying on when people are single and dating, looking for the right partner, for the right match. And then further along the line, once we are in blissful relationships, is to keep doing it over and over again. It's just like when you get a really good job, the way to keep the job is to keep working on it and keep work on your self-improvement, self-development, and improve your mindset. So the same thing goes along for the relationship. And I didn't realize myself for many years. I've been in very long-term relationships in the past, and I wasn't aware about all the stories and issues I had in my mindset. And now I am very clear with the coaching what's going on, and I can separate what is a problem or what is just stories. We call it facts and stories. We separate what are the real facts and what are the stories created by our minds, because our minds are very creative. And then with the coaching, we can work on it, and we can learn how to use those tools and apply to the relationship in the same way we can apply to the business. And that's as a result we can have like uh, holidays together and time together, and just like when you're having a meal together at home, we can have a good time. Or when you walk in the park and can be with someone that you really enjoy doing different things, and that's the blissful relationship. So it's during the dating process, but I also feel like it's about learning how to date in a way that will lead to a blissful relationship. That's what I am working on helping clients with.
So what would you say is the major key to this blissful relationship?
It's to keep that going, that cycle of reminding yourself who you are and what do you like doing, because sometimes I have done it in the past, and it's a natural thing for me to, when I'm in a relationship, I might do what the other person wants to do, and I may forget what and luckily for me, my partner at the moment, he's very good at doing what he wants to do. It reminds me about I've got to do what I want to do as well, and we don't have to do everything together all the time. And then it's putting ourselves and our interests first. It's balancing our lifestyles, and that's keeping your authentic self, and maintaining this clear for yourself what do you want to do and what do you enjoy doing. And some of it will be together, and some of it you keep going with your own preferences. And with the high standards is like not taking less than excellent treatment as well. So we put effort into it, and we both talk about it, and we appreciate that it takes it's all fun and enjoyable, but at the same time we put each other first. So we put ourselves and we put each other in the relationship. We put our relationship first as well, and working on the mindset over and over again. So it's not one thing only, but
Mm.
it's appreciating that when we by ourselves, we are one, we've got one identity, one person. When we're in a relationship, it's as if we've got a new identity. The relationship is a new, it's like a new person, we would say. We've got two people joining together in a new identity that we call the relationship. So when you make a decision, it affects the individuals and it affects the couple as well.
That's beautiful. Like creating that new identity as a couple, because I've seen this with some of my clients. Because y'all know I deal with people like right after the breakup, and their own personal identity is shaken, and it's it's so super cool. What you help clients with is to see that this is a separate person, your partner is a separate person, and then the two of you together are another entity. Instead of what ends up happening, a lot of times people will come together and then this is the all they claim, and they forget that I have interests. Going back to your first pillar about the authentic self, you always need to pamper yourself. You need to take care of yourself. Do your interests. If you have hobbies, still participate in your hobbies, whether you are in relationship or not. I say that is so critical. Well, we are coming to the end of our time. I know, and I'm going to share this under the video to Juliana. How can people book a call with you? Because I know you have a program where you take people in depth through these three pillars and everything. How can they book a session or anything with you?
Yeah, we'll share the landing page, the link to the landing page where they can book the call. And yeah, so I'll send to you so we can link to the video. Thank you, Elmara. One other thing when we're saying about dates, because it's such a comprehensive area. It's also, like I say, it's about prioritizing yourself, doing the self-care, and going on thinking about the word dating is not always highly rated out there, but it's about going on dates. We say like going on dates with yourself, with your family, with your friends. So it's always connecting over and over again in a nice way with those you love, making new connections, making new friends, and connecting with old friends, connecting with family, connecting with family friends, and your partner, your lover as well. And so it makes things more enjoyable. So it's dating as a lifestyle in terms of connecting in your relationships as well. Yeah, so thank you very much, Elmara, and I'll share the link. It's lots of love. That's the love heart,
Yes,
love today
this has
forever.
been, yeah, this has been wonderful. Love Day Forever. And final words, I'm just going to reiterate what you just said. Dating is connecting with the people you love. So think about dating as a lifestyle. It's not just for romance. Dating is going out with your friends, connecting for coffee, hanging out with your son, whatever that looks like. Dating is a lifestyle, and when you treat it that way as a professional, you won't get so stuck. But you do need to hire Dr. Juliana because she's going to help you love, date forever. Yes, 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 yes.
Lovely.
We got our we got our hearts, y'all. Okay, everybody, you all have a fantastic day. This has been another edition of Heart to Heart.
Thank you.
Goodbye.
Bye.